Hi there everyone, we're jumping right into it this time. We're only doing a day trip, so this may be a shorter video than usual, but I hope you guys enjoy. We've lost a lot of the snow that we had seen last time. If you guys saw our last video, we had a fair amount. Most of it is gone. However, things stayed really cold. So Sandra had gathered a lot of moss that we were going to leave here and use to continue sealing up our sidewalls and the door that we're working on. So it's a giant block of frozen moss at the moment, but we have a plan to hopefully try to thaw it out as best we can and use as much as we can to both seal the back wall, this wall here, which I'm going to add some more beams to, and also our door. So that's going to be the main goal for today. We might get into a few other things if we have the time, but we're going to do our best. That's what we're going to try to accomplish. Thanks a lot for joining us, folks. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And oh yeah, Sandra's here too.
Yes. Hey. Alright, so there's a lot of frost inside this block of frozen moss here. I'm going to break it apart, and I brought this plastic bag that I'm going to put in, and I'm basically going to be making like a little super shelter for the moss. I'm going to lay it out in the sun for now while Mike works on the fire, and once we have our fire going, we'll probably put it not right in the fire but close to the fire to try to radiate some heat in it and see if we can't melt some of this frost and get it back into working conditions.
Yeah.
Put this out in the sun like 5 minutes ago and the sun's already moved on me, and I'm really limited in the spots that I have to lay these out, so I'm going to peel some of the softer stuff off, leave it here, and then go find myself another spot to lay this out.
While Sandra's working over at camp, I'm going to be collecting a little bit of wood here just to start our fire, and because the sun keeps moving, and we want to make sure we get the moss as thawed as we can to make it a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to keep chopping away at this wood and bring it over to camp. That's a loud plane. Should get it started pretty good.
This is the vapor barrier sheet that we're going to use for the front of the shelter. I just figured I'd take it out and maybe just take some measurements and see if we have some corners that we got to cut off of it to make it fit correctly. Okay, so this is the pole that I want to use. I just went back to the shelter and I took a quick measurement of the, I had just measured the top part of the door earlier, so I measured the bottom, and it is narrower at the bottom than the top. This vapor barrier is not cut straight on one side. It is a little bit wider at this end than it is at the other end. So this is going to be the top end of the vapor barrier, and then that'll end up being at the foot.
Okay, so we have this dead standing one here. If I just take out the bark, it looks in really good condition, like no rot to it. So this should work out pretty good for both the sidewalls and the door. We're probably going to need around 2 or 3 of these. So I'm going to bring this one down and see what we got. Don't want that to fall on the camera. There we go. Pretty big at the bottom, but we can use that for firewood. So I'm just gonna collect that and, ooh. I don't know how I missed that. This is probably not gonna be a big deal to you guys, but this stuff. See if we can get that sun glare out of there. This will burn like crazy. So this is a fair sized branch here, and I bet you with very little pressure it's just going to snap. I love this stuff to start fire. We have a whole bunch right next to camp. So I get excited over simple things, but this stuff is awesome. So I'm not going to take more than that. It's nice to know that's right next to camp. I mean, it's not that hard to find. I can just go for a walk, but to know that that's right here, and there's such a supply. Even when the snow gets on it, I can usually collect it, to shake it off, and we can usually get a fire going in fairly bad conditions. Nice.
So I got my first tree from Mike. The top end of it's going to be to finish the door. The bottom end I think is going to help finish the other side of the wall. And the bottom of it's going to be firewood. So I'm going to start by taking off the branches, and then I'll go to it with the peeler and make this a nice looking log with no bark.
Alright, so this one We got another dead standing tree here. See if I can shake it, show you guys which one I'm aiming for here. Here, it doesn't break off at the top. This is the one I'm looking at. So there's plenty of dead standing. The key is finding one that is not too big and not too small. So while there's plenty of dead standing, it's a bit harder when you need something kind of a specific size. But this one should do pretty good for both the door and the sidewall. And we're going to bring this one down.
That should do. Ah, just in time.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think this one's done.
Nice. How's that?
It's good.
You think that'll be enough?
Oh, it'd be a good start.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to get another one.
Yeah,
but
maybe I'll get one more just to be safe. If we don't need it, we can use it for firewood. But if we need it, we'll have it.
we do have we want to put some extra logs on the bottom of the bed there too, because it seemed not as wide as last year, so even if you cut one up, we could just use it for that.
Yeah.
Instead of burning it.
See if we have time.
Yeah.
Right now it's more the walls we need to finish. So.
Well, do you want to start processing? We'll see where we're at. And then
Well, I'm gonna get one more,
okay.
just to be safe.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna start the fire to melt our moss a bit more.
Okay.
And if you want to keep working at that, I know it's a tough job, especially this time of year.
Oh, no, it actually warms me up.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Stuff is awesome. That's why I get excited when I see those branches. I know it's so easy to start the fire. Okay, so still a lot of ice within the moss. We put this up here. I can see it's steaming already, so we're going to keep an eye on it. So it's leaning in a way that as it warms up, if it's going to fall, it should fall backwards, but we're going to keep an eye on it. The little mini moss oven, I guess, did get some condensation in it while it was in the sun, but it's so cold, as soon as the sun disappeared, it didn't thaw too much. So we're going to keep that here. Hopefully we can get some moss that's manageable today, because it's already getting late in the day and there's still a lot of work to do, but we're going to get as far as we can. I'm not going to stress about it. This is supposed to be a fun activity, so all the work we're doing is not going to waste. We still got to finish that wall there and build up our door, but we'll see how it goes with the moss. If we can use it today, great. If we can't, so be it. We survived the whole last winter without it and did great, and we got a lot more insulation than we had last year, but who knows. We're going to keep pushing away and doing our best to get this done.
Okay, so I'm back to this project. When I go to roll it, the stick's not the same width the whole way around, and it kind of doesn't want to stay rolled up. So I'm just gonna, I burnt a little hole here in the plastic, and another one in there, and I'm just gonna feed a small piece of paracord through it and tie it up so it holds tight, and that should leave the vapor barrier tighter on the stick as I keep rolling along. It shouldn't tear because it's going to be all rolled up in there. It shouldn't pull on anything. Plus I burnt it instead of cutting it. So I'm just going to test that out and see how that works. I'm not going to do it all along. I'm just going to do it at both ends and in the middle. Do you understand what my plan is?
Yep.
Yeah? I think it'll help hold it there.
There you go.
Thanks. So, can I cut this like here?
Yep.
I don't want
Maybe
it.
a little longer.
Okay. I just don't want it to be all bunched up in there, so. Okay, so we'll do that 2 more times. We had brought a load of small pieces of hardwood from home not too long. These I'm gonna store them in the woodshed here, but they're not really for the shelter. They're for when we come with the hot tent. Our stove is really tiny and hardwood lasts much longer, so since we had some extra pieces at home, we thought we'd bring them down and store them here for when we come with the hot tent. So I'm just gonna unload those and find a nice little spot in our woodshed. Okay, I got our dry hardwood all stacked there, as much as I could anyways. It's not really long pieces and they don't fit well on the base there. So I'm going to cover that up now. Keep it somewhat dry till we come back, and we can use this for the hot tent. Little pieces sticking out.
Alright, so as usual we didn't get as far as we'd hoped. We didn't have time to do everything we wanted to do, but we were able to gather all the wood pretty much that we require to finish the shelter. We've got the back wall pretty much finalized. Just need to add the moss to that, and our idea to thaw the moss didn't work out as great as we'd hoped. It's still a little bit frozen, so hopefully the next time we're here we'll have a little bit more time and we're going to concentrate more on getting that all nice and thawed. It's not the end of the world because we didn't have the shelter fully insulated last year, and it's a lot better than it was, but we'd like to get that done. Sandra did a lot of great work with the sheet for the super shelter. That's going to be awesome. Instead of suspending it on a string across, it's going to be nice and neat, rolled up, and so that's going to be great for the next time we're here. It's going to be a lot quicker to kind of finalize everything there. So we got as far as we could. Sorry if it's not the most exciting video, but we're probably just going to cook up some supper. The sun is going down. We might have at best an hour's left of sunlight, and we have a bit of a drive home. It's an hour away from home here, and it's a Sunday, so we're working tomorrow. So we got as far as we could. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video so far. We really would want to do better and provide you guys something a little bit more entertaining, something to show for all the work done. But it was not a bad day. We worked the whole way through, got a lot done, and one step at a time we're going to get this shelter prepped for a really great winter. So right now we're just going to cook up some soup and enjoy a nice little warm snack before heading back home. Ooh, this is frozen, I think. Oh, it's pouring now. As you guys can see, the sun is setting over there. Sandra is testing out some fir boughs from that tree that fell on her workstation. So that should keep good portion of the snow out. You can also fill the gaps at the bottom with more of those fir boughs once we have more of them cut.
There's tons.
Yeah.
There's tons of them. I just thought I'd try something out here, and
I think that's a good idea.
it'll work. I can probably do the other side right quick. It wouldn't take long because it didn't take me long to do this.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. So we didn't finish what we set out to do today, but we did get some stuff done, which is great.
Once the snow all ices up on that, it'll hold all that in place, I think.
Yep.
I think that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut some more and keep going while I'm waiting for my hot apple cider to come.
Sandra decided to forego the chicken noodle soup. She's doing hot apple cider.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Sandra, you got your supplies?
What am I having?
Hot apple cider.
Yes. What a great idea I had.
I have to go get you a utensil. I think it's in the shelter. There's a hot apple cider. That smells really nice.
I know.
And a chicken noodle soup. That smells like hot apple cider. Not fancy.
Mine is.
Yours is fancy, it's true. Yeah. You have room for one more?
I don't have to. I need some tiny stuff to put in here.
I'm just going to shove it back there.
So behind this pole. It's better than nothing.
I think that's pretty good. I think it's going to keep most of the snow away, and that's what we want.
Yep.
So, awesome.
Hold on.
Hey.
Wait.
Yep.
I don't know why you put further out than me.
There we go. This is going to be our curtain, our shield for our super shelter. So hopefully we have the chance to come back and get everything done. Not sure where we're going to get the chance, but this is nice to have this completed so that whenever we do start spending the nights, at least this is prepared for us.
We're going to have to cut this.
Alright, so we got as far as we could today. Got some good stuff done. This wall is almost completed, except for adding the moss. The moss is an issue. Sandra came up with an ingenious, if a bit devious, solution. We had brought the sled because we wanted to bring some hardwood for our hot tent winter camping trips here for next winter. So since we're going to be taking the sled back, we're going to fill it up, we're going to bring it home, and we're going to dry it up a little bit. So the next time we're here, we'll be able to use it even if it's really cold. We don't have a choice at this point. We can't take the risk. We don't know when we're going to get any warm weather and if we can get it on a weekend.
And it would take like a full day to thaw it out by the fire. I mean, it worked a little bit, but it's it's not enough.
No, it's a great idea. So we're going to load that up in the sled. We're going to bring it home. We're going to bring a load of moss home. I never thought I'd say that. But we got the sheet all prepped up for when we're going to build our super shelter. That's going to make a world of difference. Before we set it up, we're going to take the tarp down and we're going to readjust it. We're going to cut some of the front beams that stick out so that when we put the tarp back up, we can wrap it in, and we're going to put the new sheet, the plastic sheet, right close to it so that we don't have any air gaps there. That's going to help us keep a lot of that heat, as well as having the moss covering both the walls and the door. So this is all good. Sandra also, Sandra was hard at work today. She also quickly grabbed some of those boughs on that tree that fell on her workstation and filled out the corners of our woodshed. So that's going to be great. If we get an avalanche of snow, that should keep a good chunk of it out. So not too bad. I mean, we also got all the wood ready to finish that door when we get a chance to return. Right now it's nice and warm, but the sun has pretty much set. We're going to have our little warm-up treat here, and we want to thank you guys a lot for watching. We were hoping to have a little bit more to show for it, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. We had fun, and we always love being out here. So hopefully we'll get a chance to come back relatively soon, but I'm not sure when it's going to be able to happen. But as soon as we have a new video ready to go, we'll definitely be popping it up there. So thanks again, folks, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
I hope this is still warm. Warmish.
Hot apple cider, it takes like 5 hours to cool off.
Well, I'm going to have chicken
Get the
noodle
steam.
soup. Oh, yeah.
See?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.